Open Source Prophetic and Tarot. I want to welcome each and everyone to my channel. I hope everyone is doing amazing today, and thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm using these minis today. I just got them in today. Whoa, look at what we got. Prosperity and peace. My next one is peace. So prosperity and peace is coming in for us. Let's see. Wealth flows to you effortlessly. So whatever you're doing, you are attracting wealth effortlessly. Peace, serenity dwells within your soul. So maybe you are someone that's elevated. You're very peaceful. You're in balance. You're in temperance. So 8 of Wands. So whatever you're working at, something is coming in quick for you. Yes, something is coming in fast for you. So whatever you have worked on, whatever you did, keep going, because you have done your thing. You done your big one. 4 of Wands, you're gonna be able to celebrate. So whatever you're doing, you're gonna have a celebration coming in for you. So keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. I wanted to make sure you guys were able to see it, the cards properly. Sorry, this didn't stay long. Forgiveness. Maybe you had to forgive someone about something. You had to release and set yourself free. So maybe you had to set yourself free from maybe relationship, friendships, anything that was weighing you down, anchoring you down. Forgiveness liberates your soul. Let go of the resentment and pain. So you had to let go some form of resentment there in order to start attracting all these stuff. So maybe you had to start loving yourself, giving yourself unconditional love, and love surrounds you. So since you did that, you're attracting something new for you. Whoa, see, you had to let go of a toxic love. You had to release this love. This love was a binding love, a bounded love, very abusive, toxic. See, you had to end that situation, learn that lesson, and move forward. We're going to keep that down because I'm not ready for it as yet. I don't know what's on there. I will figure it out eventually. So courage. So maybe you took the courage and the initiative to move away. Your inner fire burns bright. So maybe since you moved away from that situation, your inner fire is burning bright. So your inner compass is glowing. So maybe you receive some form of illumination through guide. Wisdom awakens with you. So your wisdom have awakened. So you have awakened to your true potential. Knight of Cups. So maybe you had to move away from a Knight of Cups, I'm assuming. All right, let's see. I need one more. Oh, so I got 3. One of them I can't see. I'm going to use this one from C. So maybe you had to move away from this person so you could receive your promotion. So maybe with you being there in that relationship, maybe there was a blockage in that relationship that was weighing you down, holding you down, and you wouldn't been able to move forward. So Ace of Cups, see? So now you're going to be able to attract a new relationship, and this is going to be your judgment. Maybe you had a wake-up call. You had to wake up and smell the roses, and you had to make this decision to step into your purpose. So with you going into your purpose, gaining spiritual illumination, this is what's helping things to come in for you. Cool. So see, you had to go through a major renewal where you had to rise from the ashes. So you had to reborn. You had to go through a period of rebirth, transformation, and you had to align in order to connect with the universe. So let me see. What is this? Transcendence. See? Rise above, rise beyond the physical realm. So you have expanded to another level. You have expanded to a tremendous high level. So maybe you are some special being, like maybe a 144, a chosen, a star seed. So maybe you have spiritual gifts. Your consciousness expands infinitely, transcend limitation, and touch to the divine. So you have a special connection. So you're divinely guided pretty much. 6 of Pentacles. So maybe you're gonna be able to help And maybe you're gonna able to balance out other people energies. Maybe you have a spiritual gift that you're here to use, and maybe your resilience and your determination is helping this. You bend but you never break. So maybe you're very resilient spirit, very strong. Strength. So maybe your roots run deep and strong. So maybe others might have tried to break you, but you didn't break. So you were strong. And look at the card on top. Balance. Look at that. The Hangman. So maybe you were stuck, going through periods of bad relationship, bad friendship, going through financial losses, job change. You was going through multiple things. So you was really stuck for a while. Maybe someone tried to sacrifice you. Maybe you had no balance. For a long time, things was up and down. It was all over the place for you. Grace, divine blessings surround you, but you was divinely guided and you had a purpose. So you had to initially go through that experience to overcome and get where you're going. Truth. So I'm going to use that one. Truth reveals the path. So maybe you have unlocked the truth. And look at that, the card on top, clarity. Look at the cards. So you have revealed the clarity that you needed to know in order to help you to move forward on this path, on this journey, on this quest. So maybe you have to start giving yourself strength, self-love, self-care, and self-worth. So this is how you were able to persevere. Maybe after going through a major transformation, embrace the change within. So you had to change from within. You had to self-reflect on things that was happening in your life. You had to accept them. You had to look into them. You had to forgive them, and you had to heal from them. So you had to surrender and let go and let the universe take care of it. Look at this tower. Look at that. The universe is taking care of everything. Anyone who tried to build a change in your life, make a change in your life, everything is falling apart for them. They're facing major upheaval. So whatever they try to do to you, you just leave it to the universe. Serenity. Find peace in the present moment. So maybe you had to find peace within yourself. You had to come to a common ground within yourself so you would have been able to balance out your energy. Maybe you had to protect yourself from these people because these people was very negative energy. So you have to protect yourself. You are divinely guided. So maybe you had extra protection over you, justice. So whatever you're going through, the solution is it's going to come to a balance. Everything is going to come into balance for you. Chariot. But first you had to move on and you had to let it go. You had to end it so you can move into a lighter side of your life. You had to trust and you had to surrender the flow of life. So you had to leave it in God's hand. You had to let it be. Let me see. Release control, embrace the divine plan. The universe supports you in unseen. Have faith in the journey. So you know you're on this journey. You don't know how it's going to come out, but you know it's going to come out good because you have to have that strong faith and determination in order to bring this in. So maybe you've been through a period of major awakening where your conscious is expanded infinitely. So you're tapped in. Let me see. You are awakened to your true nature. Expand beyond your limitations. So you had to release limitation. You had to release blockages. Maybe one of the blockages, maybe you had to move away from people that's weighing you down, that's bringing you down, that's not elevating you, that's putting you in a lower vibration. So look at this. You had to move away from people. Nine of Swords that was putting you in anxiety and grief. So you had to remove away from these people so you would have been able to balance out your energy. Now let's get one from this. All right. Too many came out, so I'm gonna take these two. Hey, look at the two that left down. So Magician and the Moon. So maybe someone was doing spell work on you because they wanted to block your focus. They didn't want you to be able to create, so you step over into this awakening. So maybe because you're able to reveal their secrets, they didn't want you to see that. See? Compassion, kindness ripples through all. So maybe your kindness, which you giving and receiving equally, is bringing in compassion back for you, and it's bringing in your manifestation. So whatever you're manifesting, your thoughts are becoming into your reality, because maybe you did the groundwork, you did the healing, your restoration flow through you. So you had to restore yourself. You had to bring yourself back into balance. So you had to bring yourself out of the dark and transcend over to the light. And this is how you were able to break free. Look at that. Your spirit soars beyond. So maybe you have a very strong spirit. See? 10 of Pentacles. So whatever you're doing, whatever you're expanding, whatever you're thinking, you're going to build a legacy. You're going to bring in money. You're going to bring in retirement. So whatever you're doing, it's going to come into a balance. Look at this, because you're in harmony. Look at that. And look at the card, destiny. This is your destiny. Your path is divinely guided. So you are on this journey. See, you're in balance. You're in harmony, and you're using moderation. So whatever you're doing this delicately. You're doing this hopefully, optimistically. So this is helping to balance you out, because you're doing it. Look at that. Because you're in your Emperor energy, and you're also attracting something stable. Someone that's going to be a leader, who have great leadership qualities, because you have gained the clarity. Maybe you're a seer. Vision become crystal clear. So you're someone that receives messages. You're all the way tapped in. Look at that. You are receiving an Emperor and Empress. Look, guys. Whoa, dream team. Whoa, I had that in a long time together. I haven't had that in a long time together like that. So lovers, so maybe you guys are going to have a deep partnership, a deep soul bond. So maybe you guys are going to start from lovers and then end up into this, and it's going to be a balance. Look at that. Look at the card on top, unity. You guys are going to combine as one, and you guys are going to have a strong bond. We are all one conscious, so you guys are connecting on the same frequency. Whoa, maybe this person been through a major rebirth, a major transformation, emerge into your new self. So maybe this person might have been through their own rebirth and transformation just like as you are. So maybe this person took a leap of faith on a new beginning just like how you did. So this person's going to be devoted to you. Serve with love and purpose. So just like how you are serving with love and purpose, maybe this is going to be a spiritual being. So maybe you guys are going to connect it together. Queen of Wands. So maybe you're very confident. You're in your confident energy. You know what confidence is. Maybe you're very mysterious, or maybe you're unlocking mysteries with your third eye and your clairs. Embrace the unknown with wonder. So maybe you were curious and you wonder and you stumbled. Maybe you are a star. So maybe you're someone in the spotlight. Maybe you're hopeful, you're very optimistic. Liberation. So you had to liberate yourself in order to step into this energy, because you had to break free from all the limitations that was holding you back and weighing you down, so you could step into this success, because success is on the horizon for you. So whatever you're doing, it's coming. So maybe you had to break free from 7 of Wands, all this illusion and fantasy. Maybe you had to overcome those relationships, and you had to heal and transform yourself. So maybe 3 of Cups. So now you're going to have support. Maybe friends, family, or universal support. So you had to end situations that was weighing you back. Anything that negative that was coming towards you, you had to put an ending to it in order to transform and open up a new beginning for you. Like this, you had to release the devil, addictions, greed, jealousy, envy, obsession. So maybe you had someone that was obsessed with you. They wanted to weigh you down. They wanted to dominate you and control you in this relationship or even friendship. So Ace of Wands, maybe you had an inspiration to create something using your wisdom. Maybe you tap into your ancient knowledge, awaken. So maybe with you doing all this, you have awakened your knowledge. So this is what you're working through. So let me see. The wisdom of ages flows through you. Trust the deep knowing that reside within ancient truths. Eliminate your path forward with clarity and understanding. So you're understanding the higher meaning of stuff, and you're tapping into your knowledge and your wisdom. Look at that. The High Priestess. So you are very intuitive. You're very mysterious. You can see beyond the veil, and you trust your gut feeling. Look at my cards. They're brand new cards. I got them today. Look at that. See your inspiration, and whatever you're using as an inspiration, creative energy flows through you. It's gonna hit the wheel of fortune. It's gonna become successful. The wheel is going to turn in your favor because you have did the work. You have did good. You've did the groundwork. So whatever project, whatever business you're creating, or whatever endeavors you're entering into, it's gonna become very successful. You are going to build a legacy. So whatever you're doing, keep going. Do not. So maybe you're a high priestess, because we had a high priestess before the wheel of fortune. So you're using your intuition. So maybe you're gonna gratitude. Maybe you're two of cups. Maybe you're gonna receive partnerships in maybe a new love. Maybe you're gonna have a new promotion, which gonna leads to new investments, and this is gonna bring wealth. It's gonna attract multiple streams of income for you. And look at the cards. So hermit mode. So in hermit mode, you had to heal. You had to go through a rebirth. You had to have a transformation. You had to recover yourself. You had to align, and you had to rediscover yourself, gaining a new perspective. So maybe you have gained knowledge. So celebrate the magic of being. Joy of your natural state embraces the wonder of existence. So whatever you're tapping into something big, because you're very hopeful. You're very optimistic. Lights always follow the darkness. So you're able to balance your dark side and balance out your light side. So you have to transcend from the dark side to the light side. So you have elevated over. That means you have departed from that side over, but you're still able to go if something arises, and balance back out your energy and step into the light. Open source, like, subscribe.